Today on r/AskReddit, what are some very comforting facts? Jupiter gravitational masses, so immense modern science believe it's been protecting us from meteors for millions of years. Thank you Jupiter. Shout out to Jupiter man. All of the cardigans Mr. Rogers wore on camera were knit by his mother. Mr. Rogers' facts are the most wholesome facts. His favorite number was 143. Because the words I love you have 1, 4, and 3 letters. Or what? Damn, he been watching you this whole time and you didn't even know. I used to have a goldfish who would suck up a piece of stone and spit it against the glass to make a noise, so I'd know he wanted to be fed. Damn, fish trained me. Bees take naps in flowers. So yeah, it's okay to need a nap. Even busy bees do. I too like to rest on my laurels. I grow pumpkins and the long vines are covered in big bell-shaped golden flowers. Every morning I go outside and take a peek inside. Ever since I discovered that they always have 2 or 3 sleeping bees in them. Bees that have spent the night safe and warm inside. Little bee hotel rooms, as it were. Although it's very cold and the vines aren't producing pumpkins right now. I'm leaving them in place just for the bees. Scientists have discovered that rats love playing hide and seek and squeal with joy when finding/being found. Edit. Wow, thank you so much for the award. My first ever on Reddit _. There's a volunteer organization called No One Dies Alone. You're at Sacred Hearts Medical Center. You're terminal. You need a companion. From someone to talk to, or just someone to hold a hand. They'll make sure someone will be there for you. Other hospitals have this too. I would like to volunteer for that. I have compassion like a motherfucker. In dog/wolf movies, where they use real life dog actors, the people who have to edit all that sometimes have to add CGI tails, because they dogs can't stop wagging their tail as they are so happy. Van Gogh didn't start painting until his late 20s. J.K. Rowling didn't publish Harry Potter until her late 30s. Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first big role until his 40s. It's never too late to be who you might have been. It should be mentioned that Van Gogh sold only 1 painting in his life. Cows have best friends. So do horses. They work significantly harder when together, and they tend to scare less easy. Dogs make cute little sneezing sounds to tell you they are playing and not fighting. My dumb, giant, muscly American bulldog does this when we play wrestle. It's an adorable little reminder that, although she could rip my throat out, she chooses not to. My dog kinda just sneezes in my face. Some fish like to be pet. Clownfish are attracted to people. When snorkeling around some reefs, and after wiggling your finger at them almost like a worm, they come swim up to you and swam between my fingers. Groupers are often friendly with divers. They like side strokes and chin scritches. The word for penguin in Mandarin translates to business goose. In Hungarian, raccoon is washing bear. If you make it to the airport without dying, you've already passed the deadliest part of plane travel. 1. A penguin was once knighted in Norway. 2. Blind people can smile, even though they have never seen one. 3. The voice actors of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse got married in real life. No one remembers all the stupid shit you did as a teenager. My brain. Except me. Every night. Stan Lee started creating the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc. at around 40. So even if you think that you can't get anything out of life, you still can push yourself creatively and leave a lasting impact on the world at an older age. Otters hold each other's hands when they sleep so their mate won't drift away. This makes me utterly happy. Cheetahs are very shy animals. So some zoos give them support dogs like those for humans. It's the cutest thing ever. Edit. Whoa, this blew up. Thanks for the award, kind strangers. I'm just so happy. Smiling is actually contagious. When out and about, if you think someone is looking at you, smile. If they smiled too, they were probably looking at you. 2020 is halfway over. The free trial is over. Reddit isn't the worst thing you could be doing. Whenever I've experienced heartbreak or something scary or intimidating, I remind myself I'm not the first person ever to have gone through, and for some reason I always find it comforting. I'm not the first person to be scared or sad, and thousands of others have gotten through what I'm going through, and if they can get through it, why can't I? I'm stating this is something I find comforting when I'm needing to cope. Doesn't mean it will work for everyone. And I don't view it as others have gone through this, so my feelings are not valid. It's more of thousands of other people have felt this way before, and if they can figure out how to cope with it or navigate and heal from it, then why can't I? This is just one of the many tools I have in my coping toolbox that I use. It's me telling myself if other people can figure out how to get through this situation experience, then I can too. I just drawing inspiration from others. And thank you for the awards. It's very kind of you all. I'm the same. Like when I make a big mistake at work, I know I'm not the first to duck up, and the world hasn't ended. Swedish blood donors receive a text whenever their blood is used to help someone. So do Australians. Pillow fighting is a real, recognized sport in Canada. It was founded in Toronto in 2004 by the Pillow Fighting League. My boyfriend has a panic and anxiety disorder. Whenever he gets a panic attack, one of our cats will sit on him and purr loudly. It always comforts him and calms him down. We always joke that she is our little support animal. She is very attuned to our emotions and feelings. When my grandmother passed away and I was very sad, she would not leave me alone. She would just sit next to me in silence or occasionally let out a small meow to inform me she was still there. So, as conclusion, even if you are having a shite day, your pet still loves you. I heard cat purrs are at the perfect frequency to encourage healing. Also, cats secrete a hormone which makes humans happy. That's a very good cat. Your body is home to its own unique ecosystem. The human gut. Sounds gross, but billions of little creatures living inside you are helping you digest things, dispose of waste, and survive natural toxins in the food you consume. If you ever feel like you're useless, or that your existence means nothing, that's not true. You literally mean the world to your gut flora. This is my swamp. After nearly 2 years, the DRC finally declared the end of its Ebola outbreak. Edit. I suppose I should have worded my comment a bit better. I'm aware of the outbreak that started at the beginning of this month, but the fact that one outbreak ended is still comforting. Existing is hard, but most things around you are also alive and going through their own cycles. So in a way, you're on this together. Pillows exist. Not at my friend's house during a sleepover apparently. An eiderdown comforter by Mattelk sells for over $16,000. Eiderdown is harvested by collecting it from the eider's nest, making it the only down product that doesn't result in harm to the bird. I don't know. If I was an eider bird, I'd be pretty pissed off if someone kept nicking my bed every time I left it alone for a minute. Liechtenstein once deployed 80 men for protecting the border against Austria. Despite their worries, they saw exactly 0 combat. When they called it a day, they returned home with 81 men. Because an Italian bloke bumped into them and wanted to come live in Liechtenstein. They literally made a friend on the way. But the real homeland defense was the friend they made along the way. Crows and ravens love to play in snow. One of their favorite activities is rolling hills. This made me incredibly happy. I've recently started trying to befriend crows. I got a huge bag of shell-on peanuts for birds and sprinkle some in my backyard each day. It's adorable to see. Once I leave, they all flock down like, oh shite boys, the peanut girl was here again. Given all the atoms in the universe are recycled in various ways, having formed in the first stars, Our entire body has already experienced billions of years of each atom's own personal history. Even more comforting, it's plausible those atoms will eventually become part of someone else in the future and will continue to exist in various forms, transforming continuously until the end of time itself. So in a way, we're connected to something absolutely eternal, and our ultimate fate is to be spread across the stars. Hell, depending how deep you want to get, there's also a tiny chance that your pattern of DNA will form entirely by chance again, creating someone that is biologically you, but with a whole new memory. Experience isn't history. Basically, everyone and everything is connected. The best part? None of this is based on religion or wishful thinking. It's actual established and current scientific fact. What I took from this is that in part pterodactyl. No one is judging you. They are too busy worrying if they themselves are being judged. I'm judging you. I set aside a short period every afternoon and judge everyone for 45 minutes. Toads can eat bread. And toast. Holy yes. 5k. Thank you. You very kind strangers. If you're ever feeling lonely, remember there are billions of cells in your body and all they care about is you. Most are bacteria. Think of all the worst days of your life. You've made it through every single one of them and are still going strong. There's always another day on the other side. During the Second World War, a Muslim man owned a mosque in Paris. After France got captured by the Germans, the French Jews were being killed. The Muslim man offered every Jew he could find shelter in his mosque and handed out fake Muslim certificates so they wouldn't be questioned. He saved over 400 lives. No one's your enemy, except for the ones you make yourself believe are. What was this hero's name? Admitting you're wrong is not show weakness. It's the necessary step to become better. If you've lost someone and you feel like that are completely gone from your life, think about the impact they have had on you, on your loved ones, on others, and think of how that impact continues to live on throughout all of life. That impact won't die with them either. The chain of life goes on. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig because they are very social animals. It's considered animal abuse to only have one. My heart. Everybody has shite themselves at least once. That's some real shite. You will always have a second chance as long as you still want to get better. My country is pushing for a series of laws that would make ecocide, the destruction of the ecosystem, a punishable crime. You are not as bad or as troubled as you paint yourself to be in your head. When I sit on the couch, my dog likes to cuddle between my body and the cushion and sleep with his head resting on my shoulder. Be the person your dog thinks you are. Spiders can't fly. Let's all take a moment and appreciate this fact. I hate to break it to you, but they can make pyramids with their webs. It is estimated every 10 years, the cells in your body will have been replaced with new ones. Therefore, you get a new body every 10 years, making it so you do get a fresh start. All I can think about is that we shed our skins like a snake, only slower. When the gas gauge first reads empty, you usually have 50 to 60 miles of fuel left. I live pretty far from the nearest gas station, so when the gas starts getting low I end up playing a game of chicken with it, cause I really don't want to have to make that trip. It doesn't matter how old you are. Edited to add, since so many are sharing the identity and story of their stuffed friends. I'm in my late 30s. My teddy is probably just under 30. He once spoke echoed, but his voice is long gone. The light on his chest no longer lights up, but the removal of the electronics inside just made him more cuddly. He's missing an eye. He has a burn on his forehead from falling on a lamp bulb and has a bit threadbare in places. He sits on the head of my bed because he's a bit fragile these days. And to clarify for the young, heartbreak doesn't always mean a breakup. If you often catch people staring at you in public, chances are you're pretty attractive. Or a free sample of the freak show. Malala Yousafzai, the girl who was shot in the head by the Taliban for insisting on going to school, recently completed her final exams in the University of Oxford. About 65% of America's aluminum is currently recycled. Every minute an average of 123,097 aluminum cans are recycled. On average, Americans recycle 2 out of every 3 aluminum cans they use. The average aluminum can contains more than 50% post-consumer recycled aluminum. It's just aluminum, but it shows that we can as a society recycle over half of the stuff we use, and we can start keeping the world clean. That and the push to renewable energy would be nice. All those embarrassing / cringy memories that come flooding into your mind when you least expect it. Nobody else remembers them. Every last one of us has them. It's part of this complicated process called living. While you're busy remembering yours, everyone else is remembering their own. It's in the past. Nothing you can do right now can make it any better. Chalk it up as a lesson and reap the XP. We had a black president longer than the Confederacy existed. Everyone has that fear of not fitting in, which consequently makes everyone the same. You can tell whether a newborn baby is sick or not by looking at the color of the mother's breast milk. When a newborn baby is sick or has an infection of some kind, the mother's breast milk composition is altered so that it produces enough immune cells to fight off the infection. This occurs when cells are transmitted from the baby's saliva during breastfeeding. Despite the fact that the universe is roughly 13.8 billion years old, you managed to exist around the same time as Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. Cats will slow blink at you to give you kisses. Scientists, earlier this year, made a massive breakthrough in curing blindness. Like verging a cure. It was masked by the virus headlines though. My cat is not sick. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more dank curated content from cross-pistable Reddit.